Okay, time for another video. This video is going to be like thoughts on like this DVD that came out a year or two ago, but I got like fairly recently for like another cheap price. Once again, like that Best of Raw DVD. This is ECW's Most Extreme Matches, which is a WWE release. I brought it for about like £8. From Zavi, formerly known as Virgin Megastore, and yeah, it's basically a DVD consisting of like a disc of kind of older, like, well, basically consisting all of like hardcore element of ECW, pretty much. One disc consisting of like ECW before it got shut down, and one disc consisting of like ECW being reborn by the WWE. Overall, it's like a pretty good release. I was surprised. I saw some like bad reviews of this, like basically saying how it concentrated a lot too much on the new and not enough of the classic old stuff. But I don't know about that, because the new stuff on here is surprisingly good, and it makes me wonder like what all the complaints is about. Of course, like, ECW like being reborn isn't going to live up to how it used to be, but like some of the matches like you got free on TV, I might add, like that are on this DVD are fucking good. But yeah, disc one, it like concentrates on a lot of like the older hardcore element. There's some like memorable stuff and like some good stuff, and also like a lot of sloppy stuff. Mainly the sloppy stuff is to do with like Sandman and Sabu, really. Basically, which there's a match on here, Stairway to Hell, Sandman versus Sabu, and it is a good match, but you know, with them two involved, it is pretty sloppy. I'd say like my two favourite matches on the first disc are definitely Taz versus Sabu, like to unify the ECW and the Fuck the World Championships at Living Dangerously 99. That is an awesome match and has some great spots in it, like where basically Taz is suplexing the fuck out of Sabu. He like suplexes him over the top rope, and like Sabu crashes through a table, and that's just fucking immense, like, and it just makes you wonder where has that Taz gone when you see stuff like that. Also, like the other great match on here, in my opinion, is Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka for ECW Championship match. It doesn't like focus on as much as the hardcore as before, although there's a few table spots. But basically, these two can just absorb a shitload of punishment and basically stiff each other. And there's a great kind of like spot where Awesome power bombs Masato Tanaka, like where like this is kind of reversed, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, well you just have to see it. And there's also the Dudleyville Street Fight from Heatwave 98, which is a great match too. Yeah, Brian Lee and Tommy Dreamer's scaffold match. It's all like to do with the spot at the end, really. It's nothing special, just a lot of hardcoreness. Yeah, but overall, some good stuff on the disc. I mean, I don't know, what I'd like to see more on like ECW releases is like the kind of stuff with like Ray and Juventud Guerrera when they had like hardcore cruiserweight matches. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, overall good disc. Next disc concentrates on the new ECW as such. There's a great match with Rey Mysterio and Rob Van Dam. It's awesome. And like the match are two of the best Big Show matches I've ever seen on here. Big Show versus Rob Van Dam for the ECW title, and Big Show versus Ric Flair for the ECW title. Just two really awesome matches, and like they just both tell a story, and they're like just great. And like there's also the match that I've never seen before with Hardcore Holly and Rob Van Dam, where Hardcore Holly gets that kind of like staph infection on his back, and he's bleeding a fuckload, and It's just like, oh shit me, that is terrible thing to happen to him. But it's good stuff. There's quite an inventive ladder match with Sabu and Rob Van Dam, which of course, Sabu in a ladder match, like at that stage of his career, plenty of botches, but still very entertaining. And like, there's a match on here that's quite a surprise how good it is. Rob Van Dam and Sabu versus Test and Mike Knox. I mean, due to Rob Van Dam and Sabu in it, I think it makes it interesting and is good. Basically, I don't know, there's just like spots in there that you kind of like would see from Ring of Honor, in my opinion, and that's not an exaggeration, but it's quite an entertaining match. Overall, there's nothing like really that shitty on the second disc of the new ECW. It has some matches from One Night Stands, you know, Foley, Edge and Lita versus Dreamer, Funk and Bueller. That was a wicked match. Sabu versus Ray, and also that Dudley Boys versus Tommy Dreamer and Sandman from the original One Night Stand. But overall, like, a pretty good DVD, I must say, and a lot better than I was expecting once again. Yeah, ECW Extreme Rules DVD. If you can find it for as cheap as I found it, I'd definitely recommend it, because there's some like great viewing on here, and like some brilliant matches in amongst a lot of kind of alright hardcore-ish matches. But if that's what you're into, I'd definitely go for it. Although it might not quite be on par as the other ECW, what is it called? Most Extreme Matches, ECW's Most Extreme Matches. It's basically like, looks like this, but it's got a white cover. But that has some great stuff on, like Funk and Sabu, the barbed wire match, and the Taipei Death match with the Rotten Brothers and stuff. Like, it has a lot of other good stuff as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, if you see this cheap, I'd go for it, definitely. It's well worth picking up. Yeah, sure I'll have another video soon. You'll soon see. I'll show you, you'll see. Steve Richards. See you later.